What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to this late breaking news story here on Anfield Agenda, where I'm going to tell you about Liverpool's sincere interest in Atletico Madrid's Julian Alvarez and the potential of Darwin being used as a makeweight. We're also going to tell you about Liverpool's battle with Real Madrid for Huijsen and a couple of other bits and pieces. Apologies, by the way, if you did watch the first attempt at this uploaded video, because me being the idiot that I am forgot to take my mic off mute, so that was everybody's time wasted. So I do apologise on that one, but I also want to remind you guys about our live show coming up 3 days after the final game of the season at the Hot Water Comedy Club in Liverpool. We will be there to celebrate the Reds' title victory, and if you'd like to come along and join us at this all ages event, you can get your tickets priced at just £20 plus booking fee in the description of this video. And again, cannot wait to come back over to Liverpool and celebrate the season with everyone. So lots to go through over the course of this video. I'm going to start off with the news about Huijsen, and then we'll move towards the breaking story about Julian Alvarez, and I'll try to tie it all together for you. So Real Madrid are going to battle Liverpool for the signature of Bournemouth's Huijsen. According to reports coming out of Spain, Madrid are sincerely interested in the 19-year-old centre-back. Reports have said in England that he could be available for as low as 25 or 30 million pound this summer. In an ideal world for me, yes, we bring him in, maybe we bring in Schlotterbeck as well, and then in a couple of seasons allow Virgil to move on. But right now, I don't feel we can afford to lose our captain, and any centre-back that we bring into the club, be it Schlotterbeck, who we spoke about the interest Liverpool have in him, we may revisit that also this summer. Let me know your take on the whole centre-back situation, what your thoughts are on Huijsen. Do you think he'd be good enough for Liverpool? My concern, of course, would be that transition period where I'd like to see Virgil stay around for at least a couple of more seasons before perhaps we look to then refresh at centre-back moving forward. So let's talk about something David Ornstein had to say about Liverpool's search for left-backs, because quite frankly, I believe he was told this, but I don't really believe that Liverpool tried to sign either of these. So let me read it out to you and then we'll go from there. So David Ornstein said, the likes of Nuno Mendes and Alphonso Davies were highly thought of at Anfield, but both have signed new contracts. Kirkes was and remains a strong option. The price is likely to be above what Liverpool would normally pay for a fullback. And that kind of got me thinking, well, what have we paid for fullbacks? I think you've seen Andy Robertson about £8.5 million. Costas, I think, was about 12 million from Olympiacos. And then on the other side, well, Trent's an academy product. Bradley's an academy product. Climby before that, I think, was a relatively reasonable fee. So I should hope that Liverpool are going to pay more than they normally pay for a fullback. But not for 1 second do I believe that Liverpool would have paid Alphonso Davies anywhere near what he would have been asking for, or indeed what he's getting at Bayern Munich. Same with Nuno Mendes. So, you know, we can all say we have admiration. I have admiration for Ferrari, but the idea of me driving one is pretty much slim to none. Probably the only time you'll see me use the word slim in a sentence with me, by the way, but that's for another day. So let's move on to the Luis Diaz situation, because David Ornstein was also speaking about this, and then I'll tie this all together for you with the stuff around Julian Alvarez as well, because Diaz does come up in that conversation. So David Ornstein said, Barcelona have long been linked with Luis Diaz. Their admiration is genuine. There was definitely something in the Man City reports last summer. If he's available, there will be many suitors. And about that Manchester City story from last summer, that came in that Liverpool were looking at a potential swap deal with Julian Alvarez with Manchester City. The problem being Liverpool valued Lucho at about 60 million, and Manchester City were looking at about 45 million for their valuation of him. So that didn't happen. But Sam Maguire tonight, writing for Anfield Watch, and again I would urge everyone to go and read that article in its entirety, but we've got some of the key points of the piece here for you now. Sam said, exclusive, Liverpool have Julian Alvarez on their radar again. Looked at him last summer, but dealing with Manchester City wasn't straightforward. So then we go into the piece, and the key takeaway points from it are that Julian Alvarez was top of Liverpool's wish list last summer. Alexis McAllister is one of his best friends, so keep an eye on that situation over the international break. Maybe Macca can get in his ear there and, you know, do the job. Go on, Macca, you know you want to. Richard Hughes flew to Madrid last summer to speak with Alvarez's agent. That obviously didn't come to fruition, that move, as we spoke about. But We did hold talks with Manchester City for Alvarez, and as I mentioned a moment ago, Luis Diaz would have been part of that negotiation. So maybe now that he isn't a Manchester City player, Liverpool could get him. Darwin Núñez is of interest to Diego Simeone as well, according to the piece, and he could be used as a part exchange in the deal. Now look, you do have to ask yourself, and be honest about it, why would Atletico Madrid pay €95 million, or about 82, 83 million pound for a player, and then move him on in a year? He looks like he's been a success over at the Wanda Metropolitano, but who knows? Maybe they think Darwin Núñez will be a better fit. Maybe they think Darwin could lead the line on his own at Atleti. Obviously, Griezmann looks like he's departing there this summer. So we asked people tonight on the late night agenda, would you prefer Liverpool to sign Isak or Alvarez? And it was really close, but 54% of people said they would prefer Alexander Isak, and the other 46% obviously going for Julian Alvarez. For me, I would be in the Alvarez camp, mainly because of the injury concerns and the fact that Newcastle are going to ask for, well, extraordinary money for Alexander Isak, upwards of £100 million. But let me know in the comments what you think. Would you prefer Julian Alvarez at Liverpool over Isak, or maybe you prefer the likes of Ekitike or Jonathan David, Cunha, Shesko? For me, Alvarez would be brilliant, but if he was brought in along with another forward, that could be a lovely refresh of our attack. Obviously, I want Mohamed Salah to stay as well. And on Virgil van Dijk, there was a story tonight to say from Fikahe, so massive pinch of salt needed, but they said that Virgil is joining Bayern Munich. They didn't say he's tempted, they said he is joining Bayern Munich. Now, do I believe that's true? Not for 1 second. But I'm really intrigued by this whole situation with Alvarez, and of course, the fact that it looked like Liverpool were willing to sell Luis Diaz last summer, but the numbers with Manchester City just didn't add up. So over to you guys now. Let me know your thoughts on this, on Nico Schlotterbeck, another centre-back option, on our battle with Real Madrid for Dean Huijsen. And of course, I want to know your take on the contract situation as well. Right now, it doesn't look like it's going to be all three staying. Far from it. It looks like maybe one, possibly two. But I want to know how you guys are feeling about that. So, to finish up, ladies and gents, we won't be live tomorrow because it's our day off. The preview for the Cup final against Newcastle will be coming out. That video will be dropping about midday. We'll be live then on Sunday from 3:15 p.m. for a 4:30 kickoff for the League Cup final against Newcastle. A massive, massive game in the season. Hopefully Arne can pick up his first bit of silverware. And again, really do appreciate all of your support. Don't forget to look out for your tickets for a show in Liverpool. If you want to get them, you can do it with the link in the description. And do go and check out Sam Maguire's piece in its entirety as well. Appreciate your support, my friends. Have a wonderful weekend. I can't wait for the Cup final on Sunday. I'm a bag of nerves, but I'm going to back us to win. The score? Well, you'll have to wait for the preview for that one. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.